Hey everyone, welcome back to the Privacy Guy. It's been a while since I've made a video. I'm kind of excited to kind of get back in the habit of posting. But today I want to talk about kind of one of the bigger privacy stories I've seen in a while, as far as something kind of making it to the mainstream, like making it into bigger news organizations. I actually saw it on an article on NPR. But what I want to talk about is digital driver's licenses. A number of states, I think there's 8 states that have already kind of introduced the feature. It's introduced it with Apple. But I think there's some privacy issues here that need to be considered before people just openly accept the use of digital driver's licenses, and kind of also just thinking about how these will be implemented. So first of all, the digital IDs, I don't know that much. I don't think there's been much announced yet about how these will actually work. But from what I can tell, since it's an Apple feature, it's likely to be integrated into your Apple Wallet. And while I think typically Apple's good about privacy, I mean, generally they're pretty good about not sharing information. iOS 14 kind of proved that they're willing to kind of go against the interests of Facebook and Google and actually block the tracking that those companies do to attract or to collect information about their users. But with digital driver's licenses, if something's just in your Apple Wallet and it's just like a credit card is in your Apple Wallet, potentially there could be pretty minimal privacy issues with that. But if something is like integrated in an app on your phone, that's a little less privacy friendly, just because if you don't know the functionality of the app, if you don't know what the app's tracking, if you don't know what information the app is collecting, it's definitely going to create some privacy issues, especially if the government or your state government is able to collect your location information all the time while you're driving, and could potentially use that information against you. That's a privacy issue. But if it's just something, it's a virtual version of your physical driver's license, and there's not tracking and data collection with that, then there's less of an issue. But kind of the overall concern I have with this is that as governments move to digitize more things and more aspects of what we rely on them for, it potentially opens up more back doors and government coercion into convincing companies that they need certain access to information. And specifically with driver's licenses, something that you're going to be, that you have with you, and you're, driving, you're moving around, location information could be relevant to the governments that are issuing these driver's licenses. And, if they can make a case based on, they're tracking COVID-19 transmission, or they're, trying to eliminate potential terror threats, they could use that as a justification for them collecting a ton of unnecessary information. And now that they have that entryway into your mobile device, it could potentially be a privacy issue. So that's one thing to think about. Right now there's only a few states that have announced this feature. It's Connecticut, Iowa, Kentucky, Maryland, Oklahoma, and Utah. But Arizona and Georgia are the first states that are going to be introducing this feature. So we'll see. We'll give those states a chance to kind of be the pilot program and give us an idea of how the digital driver's licenses will work, what the identification looks like, what sort of agencies or companies will accept that form of identification. And yeah, I think it's kind of exciting because we're seeing the modernization of kind of an antiquated system of everyone carrying a physical card around. But on the other hand, it definitely does create some tracking and data collection concerns from the government side. So that's one thing to think about. That's all I had for today. I appreciate you guys watching. Thanks for tuning in, and stay tuned for more videos soon. See ya.